Most Canadians think that the police and the government are the authorities over their lives. Subscribe, donate, and listen to this answer, because James Manson is a constitutional lawyer. He's joining me right now. And the strangest case of these administrative bodies, these bureaucratic officials who can make or break your life. And you're applying to the Supreme Court for appeal of one decision. Tell me about the case.
That's right. Thanks, Stephen. Yes, we're talking about the case of Robin Francis, who is a kind of a low-level management person in one of our hospitals in London, Ontario. What happened was he didn't want to take the COVID vaccine back a couple years ago. He got fired. He applied for his EI benefits, employment insurance benefits, and ever since, he's been systematically denied those benefits that every Canadian would normally expect to get once you lose your job. They're calling it misconduct. They're calling it, you don't want to take the vaccine because of his religious reasons.
Which were valid.
Correct. They were completely ignored, and basically they call that misconduct. Which then
they meaning this body
that's right.
of bureaucrats who decide life or death or whether you get paid or not.
That's right, Stephen. You've got the EI Commission, which is an administrative body. They say it was misconduct. Then he applies to the Social Security Tribunal, an independent tribunal. They say, no, misconduct. There was an appeal from that to the appeal division of that tribunal. No, misconduct. Then we took it into the Federal Court of Appeal, another obviously important body, Stephen. They said, no, nothing to see here, no worries. Our last stop is the Supreme Court of Canada.
So what, but there are hundreds, if not thousands, of these administrative bodies, they're called in legal terms, across the country. And training, some training, sometimes not any training, and they can make or break certainly your livelihood, if not your life.
Absolutely. This guy, Robin Francis, all he wanted was to get the benefits that every Canadian would expect upon losing their job. That's what you pay into.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he's told that because he made a religious-based decision, he can't get them. What other decisions?
Excuse me for interrupting. Was there any idea that this was fraudulent? That this wasn't a religious base?
He had an affidavit sworn in his name and a letter from his bishop. So I don't know what else to put in other than that.
So they aren't saying that you lied. No. They're saying, yeah, you might have had a religious objection, but you're still out.
No such objection that I'm aware of anyway. All that I'm aware of is that he has been systematically denied his benefits that every Canadian should have.
This is a quick answer on this one, but I mean, do we need a rehaul of these administrative bodies in Canada that seem to get into everybody's life?
I think that the administrative tribunals need to do a far better job at upholding and considering people's charter rights when they make decisions like these.
Otherwise, it'd be like Jordan Peterson, we're going to reprogram your thoughts.
That's right.
James Manson's unbelievable. Thanks very much. 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.